like him, cause they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes Danny Johnson now. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the... yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Through the middle of the field. How about this? And down to the 19-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 66 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost a length of the field. But that's exactly what happens here. What a play and what a change of fortunes.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Cunningham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal.
Warriors 17. 19 right.
Cunningham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ritter off the play fake. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He's got room past the 30. Now he's free up the left sideline. Now look out. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Dotson in motion right.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Cunningham looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ridder. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out right at the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Hurry. Ridder back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
22 needle. Hut.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Ready.
3rd and short, Ridder. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On the ready.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
43 rail. Cut.
Ritter on the 4th down try. Got his man. It's London. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Sliding out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On play action, here's Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Ritter now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurt.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
19 tight. Ready.
On first down, it's Cunningham. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. He may go. Now he's free at the 45. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 69 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, here's Ritter. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now Cunningham. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Riggs.
Cunningham to throw. And that's incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. That's caught down the field by Palmer. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Out left to Dotson. A very solid gain of 27. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando,
we're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Ready. 52 blaster. Spike 60. Ready.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 Lions.
Here's Cunningham. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, Ritter. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. A play fake, now Cunningham. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Check. Hurt. Ready.
Give to Robinson on the option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Cunningham. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's taken in by Palmer. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. Back to the ground with Robinson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Cunningham looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Back to throw. Cunningham. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Ridder and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard
rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. The throw over the middle, taken in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Ritter back to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
18, Pioneer.
On first down, Cunningham. Quick slant, Dotson. 13 yards there on a Washington first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
13 yards. First down, Washington.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Anderson. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them.